Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. So today we're focusing on glutes. I'm going to the gym and we're going to train our glutes today. If you're a girl watching this video, I'm sure that you want bigger glutes, and if you're a guy, I'm actually proud of you for watching because I know most guys don't really care about their glutes. So I'm going to take you through the entire session. I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to show you how I do it and why I do it. These exercises I'm sharing with you have been like my top favorite exercises for glutes, but I'm not showing you these exercises because they are my top exercises. I'm showing you the exercises because these exercises are literally backed by science, and the combination of these exercises will result in massive growth for your glutes. And I'm sure that we all want massive glutes. You know what it means when you have massive glutes. You know how your jeans fit you when you have massive glutes. So come to the gym with me. Let's train our glutes. Hey guys, this is voiceover Vanessa. So the first thing that you want to do, and actually you always want to do before you work out, is to do some sort of dynamic warm-up. Do some sort of warm-up. So first off, I'd warmed up on the treadmill, but I'm sorry guys, I missed that clip. So you do want to do some sort of warm-up. You can stretch your legs, but you also want to avoid static stretches. So just like do dynamic stretches, because dynamic stretches will actually help you perform better during your workout. So dynamic stretches are for the beginning of your workout and static stretches are for the end of your workout. So the first exercise that I have that I always start with is the hip thrust. And the hip thrust is a favorite exercise of mine because the hip thrust really targets your glutes, right? The hip thrust is an exercise that I like to start with first, and I like to start with the hip thrust because it's a compound exercise. So with the hip thrust, I have a love-hate relationship with it. I love it because it's such a brutal exercise, but I also hate it because setting up for it is always a lot. But I also really love the hip thrust because this particular exercise isolates your glutes, so it helps you to build strength and power. And as I said before, I'm starting out with the hip thrust because it's a compound exercise. So you basically need to do your compound exercise first because it involves a lot of muscles and energy too, so that way you can give it your best. So you're sitting on the floor with your upper back resting against the bench, and then you're placing a barbell or a dumbbell on your hips. But in this particular instance, I'm using a barbell. I just prefer to use a barbell. And then when you drive it up, you want to drive through your heels, and then you want to lift your hips towards the ceiling. My number 2 exercise that I always perform is a Bulgarian split, and this is honestly an exercise that is very brutal. Like, I love it because it's brutal, right? Like, you actually feel like your legs are sore. You feel like you cannot walk again, like you've massively destroyed your glute or you've massively destroyed your quads, as the case may be. It's an exercise that is very intense and it's very effective. The Bulgarian split squat is actually a killer exercise for building glute strength and stability. So what you basically want to do in terms of setting up, you want to place one foot behind you on a bench, and then you want to have one foot in front of you. So the foot that is in front of you, or basically the leg that is in front of you, is your working leg at all times, and the one at the back is just there for support. It's not really doing anything. It's just there for maybe let me say balance, but the foot in front is always your working foot.
They holding back, they want to say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't playing no games, I just do that's fact, and I don't feel no shame. It's a mood you lack, I go crazy. Nah bitch, I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. So moving on to the third exercise, the third one that I do is the goblet squat, and this is a favorite exercise of mine. So another reason why I like the goblet squat is that goblet squats are great because it builds your lower body strength. It improves your squat form and it helps with mobility. It improves the way that you're squatting, which will eventually help you, especially if you're a beginner. It would help you improve your squat form when you're doing like regular barbell squats. So how to perform a goblet squat, as you can see here, hold the dumbbell
or a kettlebell. I prefer to use a dumbbell to just hold it close to your chest. So if you can also see, I'm also trying not to lock out my knees. You always want to keep a soft bend in your knees. That way you keep the muscle, or you keep your quads and your glutes under tension. Then the next exercise that I'm doing would be the cable kickbacks, and this is an isolation exercise. So I try to do this exercise at the last of my workout after I've done movements that are like compound movements. So the cable kickbacks is specifically for your glutes, and it's one of those exercises that will make your glutes burn. And it's, like I said before, it's a glute isolation exercise, so it targets the gluteus maximus for a more sculpted look. Now, some things to keep in mind when you're doing this is that you need to try to control the resistance. So you need to control your movement, so that way you're able to retain constant tension throughout the movement. Another thing that would help you is to do better mind muscle connection. But basically, this particular tip will help you in all of your exercises, but it becomes particularly useful when you're doing the cable kickback. You always want to think of your glute and think of pushing or kicking your glutes out. That way you make it remain under tension. Basically, that's all. These are all the exercises that I do for a typical glute day. Sometimes I do more exercises than this, but these 4 exercises are my staple exercises that I do. Like, I cannot say that I've performed a glute day without these exercises. Okay, and that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that with this video I was able to show you my form and how I perform these exercises. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and I hope this video was insightful to you. If you want to see some fitness tips to help you further in your fitness journey, please click on this video here, and I'll see you in that one. Bye.